Chet Holmgren was taken with the number 2 pick in this year's NBA draft, and he was taken as the highest upside type of guy. He's got this freaky build where he's 7 feet tall, maybe 7'1", but less than 200 pounds. He's dumb skinny, and that's one of the big concerns when he was taken in the draft, is he going to have an injury history? Can his body hold up against other NBA players for the full length of the 82-game season? That's one of the biggest issues about taking these big men, is their durability. And just as we all feared, he goes out with a really weird, freakish right foot injury where he kind of plants funny and then somehow his foot fractures and then he's gone for the season. Say goodbye to the Oklahoma City Thunder number 2 overall pick. And it's really brutal when it comes to these unicorns that are coming out of the draft. And then I always say, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. It feels like we're listening to snake oil salesmen when they keep saying these guys are getting bigger, taller, faster, stronger, and they're better players overall. Last year, we had a similar player in Evan Mobley, who's this great center who has the ability to defend the floor. He's a little bit skinny, but he's going to be able to give you everything that you want from a modern center. And so far, he's been as good as advertised. He's great defensively. He needs to work in his offensive game. And then comes Chet Holmgren. They say he's everything like Evan Mobley, except he's got a 3-point shot. He's got a handle. He can do literally anything. He's like a souped up bowl if some of you guys watch his game. And then he goes out with a foot injury. And then next year's draft is Victor Wembanyama, who's even taller, who's even better, who's even more skilled. And it seems like he's going to be 7'8" by the time he's drafted, because the dude doesn't stop growing. And when you grow to these freakish heights, 7'5" currently, 7'1" for Chet Holmgren, the body has to grow as well. And I just don't think that the human body was meant to get this big. There's only so many bones in the foot and they're going to become fragile. And the thing about the NBA is you need to be durable. You need to last 48 minutes a night, 82 games a season, plus the playoffs. And I have huge question marks. I have huge concerns going into these freakish unicorn type players. But all that being said, the skill is there for Chet Holmgren. He can shoot. He is a mean blocker. He was stopping everybody in the NCAA when he was on Gonzaga. Anybody that even dared to drive into the paint would get immediately shut down because of Chet Holmgren's freaky wingspan. And of course, he has that 3, and seeing him dribble coast to coast, grab the rebound at 7'1", dribble the ball, and then yam it on the other side of the court is just fun to watch. So we'll be seeing how Chet Holmgren's career pans out in NBA 2K simulation. Of course, we're going to be missing the entire first season. Really brutal injury, especially for Thunder fans, because this is what they've been waiting for. They've been saying, all right, we're consolidating these draft picks. We have like 8,000 for the next 3 years, and then we're going to eventually turn this into our super team that we just missed out on with the Kevin Durant and Serge Ibaka and James Harden and Russell Westbrook. This is going to be round 2, and it seems like they're starting to build a pretty good core together. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Josh Giddey, Aaron Wiggins was very good for them last year. Who else am I missing? Chet Holmgren, of course. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl was a pretty good player for them. And it seemed like Chet Holmgren was the missing piece because he has that length. They've been needing a center. They've been needing somebody who's 7 feet tall to come in and really take over lockdown on defense, and then bam, he's gone. So it's going to be another year of I don't really know for the Thunder. I'd like to see them get a little bit better, maybe be possibly competitive for that play-in tournament type area instead of just constantly trying to tank, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen, at least for another season. Just a really brutal, really unfortunate injury for Chet Holmgren, but we are going to be simulating through the first season. He's not even going to get to play, so we honestly don't even need to look at any of the stats. We'll just enjoy the NBA as it is in simulation. I am assuming Luka Doncic is going to score 87 points a game, and then Zion Williamson is going to win NBA Finals MVP, because that is how 2K always is. There's Luka, 37, 11, and 10. Paolo Banchero does win Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons, 6th Man of the Year. Mitchell Robinson, Defensive Player of the Year. Bones Highland, Most Improved. And Doc Rivers is Coach of the Year. Tyler Jamison is old. Yeah, there's no point to even looking at awards. We'll run through the league leaders really quick. Scoring is, of course, Luka Doncic. Rebounds is Nikola Jokic. And assist is Luka Doncic. Steals is Paul George. Blocks is Mitchell Robinson. Field goal percentages is Zion Williamson. 3-point champion is Luke Kennard. Free throw champion is Kevin Love. Obviously, Chet missed the entirety of everything, but it looks like the Thunder made the play-in tournament. Good for them. Yeah, the 10 seed. Like I said, that's kind of where I'd like to see them. Not that I don't mind them getting another really, really high draft pick, but I'd like to see the team start to build on their winning fundamentals, getting somewhere where they're actually a competitive team, because it's been a while. James Harden, ironically, wins NBA Finals MVP. Player retirements, Udonis Haslem, Carmelo Anthony. Good stuff. Staff retirements. Teresa Weatherspoon is retiring, and Carmelo's going into the Hall of Fame, probably getting his jersey retired as well. We have no control over the team. We'll just be letting the CPU do CPU things, and hopefully Chet Holmgren comes back bigger, better, faster, stronger for his official first season. Let's see. They brought in Danny Green. That's brutal. But Chet Holmgren up to an 80 overall, finally healthy. Now, there is one note. He was a freshman, but he's actually a little older as a rookie. He's 20 years old, comparable to basically a sophomore, even though he's only played 1 year of college ball. Here at the preseason power rankings, the Thunder are going to be not very highly rated. 16th for 2K Sports and 16th for Eric Boner as well. And I forgot to mention one change that I'm going to be doing on these rebuilds, just because it seems like players don't develop as well as they should, is I'm going to be bumping the entire league's potential by 1. So there's going to be no untapped potentials like they had in, I guess, 2 years ago. I feel like it's been so removed from the my franchise, my NBA, whatever seasons for 2 years now. So at this point, it's not coming back. Don't complain, deal with it, get over it. But I definitely think that the progression in NBA 2K23 isn't as good. Players don't seem to get up into those high 90s like they used to. So I'm going to be bumping everybody up 1. We're going to be using CPU generated rosters from here on out. And hopefully that means Chet Holmgren is going to turn into a stud, as it looks like the Thunder are about a 500 team at this point. And at the end of Chet Holmgren's first official season, Nikola Jokic wins another MVP, making it 3, I think at this point, 27, 11, and 8. Victor Wembanyama wins Rookie of the Year. Was Chet even available? That is my question. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, so you know how Ben Simmons won his Rookie of the Year, even though it was his second season? Kind of similar. I was hoping for Chet Holmgren. Wow, Victor went to the New York Knicks. Good for him. Tyrese Proctor, 6th Man of the Year. Joel Embiid, Defensive Player of the Year. Jaden Ivey is most improved, up to 21 points and 7 assists. Wow, that's really impressive. JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year, because the Cleveland Cavaliers are gods in simulation, and Brandon Harrison is old. Let's see if, I guess, I don't think our boy's going to be up here for a long time. He's barely an 80 overall. But just checking out the player stats, of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a monster. Chet Holmgren gave us a respectable 14 and 10, 40% from the field, 29.6% from the three-point line. Isn't great, but he did play 76 games, so that's good to see. Hopefully he isn't going to be too injury prone. Everything else seems fine. League leader in scoring went to Jason Tatum. I did nerf Luka Doncic just a tick. 33 points a game for Jason Tatum. Rebounds is Joel Embiid. I think Chet might be somewhere lower on this list. 11th in his rookie season. Good to see that. And assist is Ja Morant. Steals is Ben Simmons. Blocks is Robert Williams. And field goal percentages is Mitchell Robinson. 3-point champion is Darius Garland. And free throw champion is Emmanuel Quickley. But the Thunder are the 5 seed. Maybe they'll be competitive, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. And they're probably going to lose. Yeah. That's what happens. Ja Morant is a glitch in simulation. And the Grizzlies are going to beat the Kings, advancing to the NBA Finals. And they're not taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Wow, the Celtics won. Okay. Don't see that too often. Player retirements. Cliff Paul says, I cannot believe it. I don't blame you, bro. Should we bring him back on a 1-year deal, though? He's still an 87 overall. Let's say 1 more season. Run it back 1 more time. The rest of these guys can retire. Staff retirements. Tiago Splitter. Doug Christie. Igor Kokoskov. Hall of Fame inductees is Dwight, getting his jersey retired by the Magic as well. On to player progression. Of course, simulating through free agency takes forever. PS5 simulating is so ridiculously slow. It hurts sometimes. Like I wanna cry. But here we are. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander up to a 91. Josh Giddey up to an 89. Chet Holmgren up to an 84. It seems like his development's going to be a little bit slow, but he did go up 4 overalls last season. Hopefully this is the year that he takes that step up. Maybe competes for an all-star spot. Maybe even gets Defensive Player of the Year considerations. I'm really hoping for it this year. The Thunder are the 2 seed in the preseason power rankings for Eric Boner. Interesting. Nikola Jokic wins another MVP, 28, 11, and 9. Stephen Dunleavy is Rookie of the Year. Bones Highland, 6th Man of the Year, now on the Grizzlies. All right. Evan Mobley, Defensive Player of the Year. Anthony Black, Most Improved. JB Bickerstaff, once again, Coach of the Year. And Brandon Harrison is ugly. All-NBA first team. Are we seeing any Thunder? Shai made it. And that's about it. How about defensive? Nope. All right. The Thunder don't seem to be doing too well. Stephen Dunleavy, 7'2", big. Is he taking Chet Holmgren's minutes. Oh no, Chet Holmgren is in competition for his starting job. That is how bad it's going. Oh no, what is this, year 3 for Chet? Not great. Shea leading the way in scoring, 29 points, having a ridiculous season. Josh Giddey up to 21, 8, and 8. Holy crap, these are like LeBron James rookie numbers. Chet Holmgren having a very serviceable 17 and 10. 46.9% from the field goal percentages. Nice. 3-point percentages, 38.7. Free throws, 82. Okay, only 2 blocks. I thought his blocks would be more in the 2.2s. Yeah, this year was 2.2, and then it went down. I thought he'd get more blocks, stocks, whatever you want to call it. How about games played? Did I skip over that? I may have. Games played 71 out of 80, or games started 71. Any notable injuries? I know this injury screen is basically useless. We look up injury history. So he had a sprained left knee, out for 5 days. I mean, that's fine. That's serviceable. But the Thunder were really good. The number 1 seed in the NBA. Scoring champion went to Ja, Moore, Ant. Rebounds is Clint Capella. Chet falls to, what do you have, 9.9? 13th. Assist is Darius Garland, who's injured with a high ankle sprain right for the playoffs. Brutal. Steals is Lonzo Ball. Blocks is Robert Williams. And field goal percentages is Zion Williamson. 3-point champion is CJ McCollum, who is on the Celtics. Interesting. I bet you he's on a cheesy contract, right? Where is it? Yeah, there you go. Mid-level exception for CJ McCollum, 81 overall. Free throw champion is Anthony Simons, but let's see how these Thunder do taking on the MVP Nikola Jokic's. Usually the Rock, who are they? The Nuggets are no good in simulation. Now taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. What does their roster look like? Tyus Jones, okay. Anthony Edwards, Karl Towns, Rudy Gobert. So they just really got worse. That's not great for them as they get 4-1. Now taking on the number 3 overall pick. A lot of people think Jabari Smith should have gone ahead of Chet Holmgren. He's an 87. Chet's an 85. They have Kyrie Irving, Jalen Green, Cam Reddish. Kind of a big hole there. Brought in Mike Conley, Josh Christopher. Yeah, they're really undersized. So I bet, you know, with Steven Dunleavy, Chet Holmgren, the GOAT Pokashevsky, Josh Giddey, 6'8", 6'7". Shea's pretty tall as well. I think if you just use your size against the Thunder, you definitely win here. But here we are, 1-1, down 2-1, 2-2, up 3-2, 3-3, and it ain't 2K if it ain't Game 7. I will hop in. It's a little bit early at this point. Usually we wait till the superstars hit their prime, but I'm not sure how long Chet's going to be on this team, if we're being completely honest. About a 10-point lead here going into the 4th quarter. Game 7, about to take on the Cavaliers, and it looks like they walk away with a decisive victory. Almost try to blow it, but there you go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins Western Conference Finals MVP. Now to take on the Cleveland Cavaliers, the 2 unicorns, and Chet has been relegated to the bench. The GOAT Pokashevsky has taken over. Chet is losing his starting roster spot. No significant injury. The coach just said, you're better coming off the bench. Brutal. As they lose game 1. What's Chet? He's still getting 34 minutes. I don't know why they're starting the GOAT over him, but hey, you know, you can't blame him. GOAT Pokashevsky is a unicorn, but they're down to 1, 2-2, up 3-2, and this looks to be maybe a championship for the Oklahoma City Thunder, winning in the 2nd quarter, going into the 3rd with a huge lead. And the 4th quarter, there we go. What does the box score look like? Yeah, Shai's going to win NBA Finals MVP. Does this even count as Chet's? He was kind of like a supporting character. Shai goes on to win NBA Finals MVP. So technically, Chet has won. Not a huge fan of how it happened. Kevin Love is retiring. Cliff Paul, Kyle Lowry, some big names here. Staff retirements, Darren Perger, Doc Rivers. Who'd have thunk it? Hall of Fame inductees, Cliff Paul. Jerseys are Cliff Paul, Kyle Lowry, Draymond Green, and Blake Griffin. Yeah, I don't know how much you want to count that. Chet, I mean, he got moved to the bench at the start of the finals, even though he was taking on Evan Mobley, a very comparable player. They took Steven Dunleavy with like the number 1 pick, who's a god at center. So what is Chet's role on this team in the long-term future? Not really sure. Maybe we bump him down to the 4. I can do a manual change. Chet's up to an 88. Steven Dunleavy up to an 86. It just, yeah. I tell you what. As OKC Thunder have been eliminated from Who Cares, the Summer League. We'll do our bump everybody up 1 point in potential, just because 2K, and then let's get Chet going at the power forward / center role. Because who's this Dunleavy guy? He's just 7'2", 260 pounds. Yeah, he's a big boy. So Chet's going to move down to play the 4. How does this rotation look now? Shea, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren, and Steven Dunleavy. Their bench is not great, but here they are. Preseason power rankings. Defending champions are 3rd for 2K Sports, and Eric Boner has them 3rd as well. And it looks like Chet became the last pick of the All-Star team, although apparently he made it to his 2nd All-Star game. I've been going through every year, and he didn't show up, so maybe he was a reserve or something. Kind of weird. But you look at the NBA All-Star voting, the Western Conference front court, we have Chet at 7th. Yeah, so it's injuries. That's what happened. So Nikola Jokic, LeBron James, Jabari, RJ Barrett, and then Chet Holmgren does, in fact, make it at an 88 overall. So Josh Giddey wins MVP, putting up 23, 8, and 8. Is that really? I can't even see who's leading the league in scoring, but is that really? I don't know about that. Fabricio Peña is Rookie of the Year. Also wins 6th Man of the Year on the Philadelphia 76ers, probably behind Joel Embiid. So is he a center? Yes, sir. Miles Turner wins Defensive Player of the Year, putting up 9 and 7 at this point in his career. Pretty brutal on the Mavericks. James Wiseman Most Improved, up to 21 and 9. Mark Daigneault is Coach of the Year of the Thunder, and Chet Holmgren's Executive of the Year, wins Executive of the Year. I think I repeated myself, but what do you want me to say? Play that button. There you are. Number 1 seed yet again, 64 and 18. I didn't see if Chet won any awards. Let's just do a quick check. Normally he doesn't win anything because he's any awards. 2nd team all defense. There you go. Chet Holmgren winning 2nd team all defense. You'll love to see it. Looking at the team stats, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander still leading the league in scoring. Josh Giddey's MVP and he's 2nd. Chet Holmgren still 3rd in scoring, 15 and 11, slightly outperforming Steven Dunleavy, but he's right on his heels. Chet played all 81 games this year. It seems like he has no durability concerns. Blocks are a little bit down, 1.6 at this point. Not sure how to feel about that. 45% from the field, 36.7% from the 3-point line, and 78.9% from the free throw line. Words yet again taking on the Sacramento Kings. Likely not going to be a problem. Now to take on the Portland Trailblazers. Who do they have? They're okay, but Damian Lillard is on the bench now, taking on the Rockets, their rivals of last year, and go to a Game 7, but do win now to take on the Chicago Bulls. Lonzo Ball, Dalen Terry, Jason Tatum is on the Bulls. What? Man, Jared Vanderbilt's up to an 83. Ayo Dosunmu. Yeah, I think the Thunder are going to 4-0 here, if I'm being completely honest here. 2-0, up 3-0, and 4-0, winning back-to-back. Josh Giddey wins NBA Finals MVP, completes the NBA Finals regular season MVP circuit. And LeBron James says, I can't handle this. Yeah, I can't blame you. You know, we're going to bring him back one more year because he's still a 91. The rest of these guys... Wait, Steph Curry's retiring? You're a 92 overall. You got to come back one more year. How about Russ? Do we bring back Russ? On his staff retirements, Rick Carlisle retires. Hall of Fame inductees James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and DeMar DeRozan all getting their jersey retired. No. Russ, Clay, and James Harden. The Raptors aren't retiring DeMar DeRozan? Yo, that's brutal. I don't know how to feel about that. The Phoenix Suns are asking for permission. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do, bro. I'm not in charge here. I am not the GM. I'm here to enjoy Chet Holmgren's career. So let's just sim through free agency yet again, taking forever. You see the days in the top right, slowly ticking up. Who knows when it's going to be done. Player progression, Shai's up to a 93, Josh Giddey's up to a 92, Chet Holmgren's up to a 91, Steven Dunleavy right behind him at a 90 overall, and they picked up Sebastião Saramago with the number 2 overall pick. Yeah, the Thunder are just glitches when it comes to drafts. It's not fair. I understand that they have a ton of draft picks, but man, do they just... It seems like they have more top 5 draft picks than they do, you know, top 32 draft picks or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Preseason power rankings are not kind to the Thunder. Where are they? Did I miss them? Did I skip over them? Oh, they're 3rd. Yeah, they're 3rd. Josh Giddey wins back-to-back MVPs, 24, 8, and 8. Brandon Holmes is Rookie of the Year. Tyrese Proctor, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis Defensive Player of the Year. Sebastião Saramago of the Oklahoma City Thunder Queens most improved as backup point guard. I don't know about that. Mark Dagnall, coach of the year, the 74-8 Thunder. It's ridiculous. The Unicorn is executive of the year. Do we see Chet Holmgren on any of these teams, though? He does make the All-NBA second team up to a 92 overall. Signed a really big deal here. 4 years, $142 million. Good to see that he got his rookie extension. Sometimes the players don't get that. All defensive teams, maybe? Maybe. There is Chet, all defensive second team yet again. Of course, the Thunder are the #1 seed with that 74-8 record. Best team in the NBA. Their collection of talent is absolutely ridiculous here. Josh Giddey scoring more than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. Chet Holmgren played all 82 games yet again. 19.5 points, 11 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 50% from the field, 42% from the three-point line, and an 81% free throw shooter. Taking on the Dallas Luka Doncic's, and as good as Luka is, they have not gotten him any help. Who's this? Nikola Vucevic is going to come in and save the day. Unlikely. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, and 4-1. Now to take on the Timberwolves. They brought in Amari Bailey. And then the big three, quote-unquote big three, is still here. Probably not going to do much. Of course, theoretically, Karl Towns should be able to bully Chet Holmgren. But he does not. Now to take on who? Our rivals, the Houston Rockets yet again. Kyrie Irving, Jalen Green, Cam Reddish, Jabari Smith, and they lost Alperen Şengün. Okay. Lose game 1. Lose game 2. Mind you, this team went 74-8, and they're down 3-1. That's interesting. Ousmane Dieng is injured. That's not ideal. Well, they need this game to force a game 7. I may hop in at this point, just because Chet Holmgren is starting to become a beast, a monster of a player himself, as they win 127-107. Jabari Smith went off for 22-8. Steven Dunleavy, 26-15. Is Chet not playing? Or am I blind? I don't see Chet Holmgren here. Is Chet injured? Is this one of those... They pulled his left calf muscle and he's out for the season? Well, I don't care anymore. Enjoy your playoffs, whatever. Does it even matter? Simulate through the playoffs. Goodbye. The Thunder win without Chet. That's just how good they are. They don't even need him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins NBA Finals MVP, I believe, is second at this point in his career. LeBron James says, I cannot handle this, and I agree. Mike Conley is gone. Steph Curry says, forget about it. Nikola Vucevic says, I can offer nothing to Luka Doncic. A lot of retirements there. Greg Popovich is retiring also. A couple of GOATs at their respective positions. Steph Curry, LeBron James, Jimmy Buckets, Paul George, probably Greg Popovich too. Too bad they don't have coaches in the Hall of Fame. Or, I told you, always automate. I don't care. Or for 2K Hall of Fame inductees. We're going on through. So theoretically, the Thunder have won a lot of championships. Theoretically, Chet Holmgren has contributed at some points, although he is yet to be an MVP, has yet to be an NBA Finals MVP. And you kind of expect that from a guy who's labeled as a unicorn. But when you got 4 90s overalls on your team, homegrown talent, you can't really complain if you're a fan of the Thunder. If you're a fan of Chet Holmgren, he's kind of getting lost in the weeds here. Unfortunate to see, but let's see how this team is looking. Preseason power rankings, 4 90s overalls. They are 3rd for 2K Sports and 3rd for Eric Boner as well. Josh Giddey, mate, wins his 3rd MVP in a row, putting up impressive 28, 7, and 7 numbers, 78, 43 shooting. Johnny King is Rookie of the Year for the Hawks. Trey Mann, 6th Man of the Year on the Wolves. Giannis, Defensive Player of the Year. Victor Wembanyama is Most Improved, up to 25 and 16. What a unicorn in himself. Mark Dagnall, Coach of the Year and Executive of the Year, is this bald white man. Okay. All-NBA First Team, are we seeing Chet? I'm not. This is becoming the Josh Giddey mate rebuild. Chet makes the all-defensive second team. And once again, the Thunder are the best team in the NBA. There's no way to compete with this team. They are holding their core together. They are a monster squad. Points per game, Josh Giddey, 28. Shai fractured his leg out for the season, 25. Chet Holmgren only played 67 games, but still a very respectable 19 and 12. Dunleavy, he's still right behind Chet, but he doesn't produce the same, 16 and 11. Very interesting. 3 assists, 1 steal, 1.8 blocks, 49% for the field goal line, 42% from the three-point line. That is unreal. And 84% from the free throw line. This whole team is ridiculously stacked. Scoring champion went to Eric May, who's only an 88 overall. Simulation stats are weird. Rebounds is Victor Wembanyama. Yeah. Okay, and assist is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How far down is Chet? 6th in rebounds. Steals is Ben Simmons. Blocks is Jaren Jackson Jr. Field goal percentages is Onyeka Okongwu. Shooting a very nice field goal percentage. 3-point champion is Terrence Jefferson. And free throw champion is Gary Trent Jr. Well, here are the Thunder. Probably going to win everything yet again. Ja Morant down to a 96. He is regressing. Is that Kristaps Porzingis? How old are you, sir? 32 years old. Boys, some players in the NBA just do not age gracefully. Yo, look at their bench. So their starters like, oh, Devin Vassell, Chris Duarte, 81 overalls, whatever. And then their bench, Zaire is an 83. Terrence Smith is an 82. D'Lo's still an 81. What is the disconnect here? Certainly a good team, but they don't have 490 overalls like, Jesus, this team. Wait, Shai's gone? Yo, they lost Shai, and that's why Josh Giddey is up to 28 points per game. Jordan Walsh looking like he belongs in a hospital, man. Taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion's only up to an 86. They lost Brandon Ingram. Yeah, the Pelicans aren't as good anymore. Interesting. Now to take on yet again the Houston Rockets. Kyrie Irving, Jalen Green, Josh Green, Jabari Smith, Jalen Duren. Definitely a serviceable team, but they're probably going to lose. And the Thunder get eliminated in Game 7. Jabari Smith wins Western Conference Finals MVP, and he wins. No, Jalen Duren wins NBA Finals MVP, giving you 18 and 10. Well, that was a weird end. Player retirements is Kawhi Leonard, Bradley Beal, Rudy Gobert is retiring. Staff retirements, Ime Udoka. You just started coaching, my friend. I don't know about that. Hall of Fame inductees Dame and Kawhi. Wow, Rudy Gobert doesn't go into the Hall of Fame. My guy's won like 17 Defensive Player of the Years. That's a little, I don't know. Like, I understand that he's a complete black hole on offense, but he's one of the best defenders we've seen, at least in modern history for a big man. I think you kind of have to put him into the Hall of Fame just because of those Defensive Player of the Years. So, oh, Shai was out for the season. That's right. Yeah, I'm dumb. Chet Holmgren up to a 92. It looks like this is his peak, the highest his potential is going to get. Stephen Dunleavy starting to take over. So Chet is theoretically the tied third best player on this team right now. I'd kind of like to see Chet go to another team, see if he can take over as the number one, see how good he could really get. Let's advance on to the next season. Preseason power rankings. Yet again, the Thunder are third. It seems like they're always third. I don't know why. Yeah, so you look at these like max overalls. This is why I'm doing it by one every year. There's a whole bunch of low 90s. Devin Booker's potential is a 96, but there's very few 99 overalls. Kevin Durant, you see here. Like Eric May led the league in scoring, right? He's got an 88 overall max potential. So the overalls in 2K are completely... the overalls are fine. I think in the new draft classes, I like that there's the capacity to draft sleeper steal picks in the late first rounds and whatever. But it's all about potential when it comes to my NBA franchise mode, and the potentials are completely jacked in created players. Basically, that's why I'm upping everybody's potential by one. So the real players in the NBA, obviously, they're going to get a big boost out of it. But we need to see some higher 90 overall NBA 2K generated draft classes. It's a bug, but of course, this is the 2K franchise, and they're not going to fix it until 2K24. Get hyped. Scoot Henderson winning MVP for the Dallas Mavericks. Interesting. 28 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists. Tracy Baxter is Rookie of the Year for the Warriors. Zion Williamson, 6th Man of the Year for the Warriors as well. Chet Holmgren, our boy, wins Defensive Player of the Year, 21 and 12 season, 2.2 blocks. Brad Atkins is the most improved, and Mark Dagnall, yet again, Coach of the Year, and Cody Toole is a tool. So Chet Holmgren wins Defensive Player of the Year and makes his first All-NBA first team. Makes me wonder what happens. So Stephen Dunleavy went out with injury, clearly. What happened to the rest of the team, though? Because Chet normally doesn't produce this well in simulation. So Josh Giddey led the team in scoring, assist, rebounding, basically everything offense. Shai was, very solid, 23 and 10. Shai is the facilitator on this team. That's weird. Steven Sarmaggio, the greatest backup point guard ever. So it's just that Stephen Dunleavy went out. He kind of unlocked Chet, let Chet become the full great player that he is. which is kind of what we've been missing, is that Chet hasn't been able to be unleashed at this point. Played 75 games, 49% of the field, 44% from the three-point line, and 81% from the free throw line. 2.2 blocks, 1.2 steals. Yeah, respectable season from Chet. Scoring wise, Scoot Henderson led the league in scoring. Chet is down here at, where are we looking? Jabari. I keep feeling like I see Chet. Am I blind? Here he is. Chet Holmgren, 28th in scoring. Our rebounds is Fabricio Pena, but Chet Holmgren at 5th. And assist is Scoot Henderson. Steals is Lonzo Ball. Blocks is Chet Holmgren. The field goal percentages is Zion Williamson. 3-point champion is Paul Person. Free throw champion is Emmanuel. Quickly, here are the Thunder now to take on the 8-seeded Rockets. What? How is this an 8 seed? Kyrie Irving, Jalen Green, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith, DeMontis. Yo, this ain't an 8 seed, man. This is the NBA Finals right here as the Oklahoma City Thunder lose game 1, win game 2, win game 3, tied up 2-2, up 3-2, and they advance. Somehow that was an 8 seed. I don't know. Taking on the New Orleans Pelicans, obviously without Zion, they brought in Jason Tatum. How many teams has Jason Tatum been on? He went to Boston, then Chicago for 3 years, and now he's on New Orleans. Franz Wagner is here, up to an 87 overall. Kevin Porter Jr. Probably the Thunder are going to win here because they have way too many good players, but you never know. And if you don't know, now you know. And they're down 3-2. 3-3. Hey, it ain't 2K if it ain't Game 7. Here in Oklahoma City yet again, the Thunderdome is rocking. What is their what is their stadium called? Their arena? As they're losing in the fourth quarter, about a 5-point game. I'll hop in if I have to. 3 minutes left, tied up. There you go. 121, 118, 2 minutes left. Let's hop in. Let's see what Chet can do for you. I don't know who this Norberg dude is, but look at his fat cheeks. He looks like a damn chipmunk. Whoever you are. Looks like Dunleavy's healthy. Obviously the center of the year. That's mine. No. All right, we're going to hang out on Chet. Chet versus Jason Tatum is not an ideal matchup. I wonder if Chet's been locking up JT, though. Franz Wagner trying to get around the center. He can't. And we're just hanging out. We're going to grab this rebound. No, they are greening. Green bean from Kevin Porter, the lean, mean machine. All right, Chet, give me a pick and fade. Show me what you got. Oh, this is too easy. Oh, that's a foul. Let's go. I don't have free throws down. I'm going to miss. Am I going to blow this game for us? Yeah, I am. It's just a really slow release, that's all. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I don't like that Chet's gassed. I don't like that he's the only player on the court that has the Gatorade symbol. I think it's a little racist, if we're being completely honest here. But hey, I'm going to be the greatest help defender ever. 8, 7. I like that they're going to Franz Wagner. I like that he's their GOAT. Let's go, Chet. You got the little on you. And this is why they drafted you. Dunleavy, get out of the way. Look at the pump. Oh my God, that is such a slow release. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. Chet Holmgren on Kevin Porter Jr. This isn't a mismatch at all. I'm there. Shit. We're losing. We are losing. And now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is gassed. All right. Pick and fade yet again. You know, let's get you on the other side. Josh Giddey, the greatest player ever. Go, Chet. Go, Chet. You got the little on you yet again. Use those muscles. And oh my God, he gets blocked from behind. Who was it? Is that Kevin Porter Jr.? Who was that? What is this camera angle? I'm trying to zoom out, my friends. That was Isaiah Jackson. Oh man, what a timely block. God, camera, work with me here. Yeah, Chet is right there. If he just yams it down. He blocks himself. Yo, he didn't even get blocked. He blocked himself with the freaking hoop. Chet, what are you doing? What are you doing, Chet? You're too tall. 2K doesn't know how to handle your size. Oh, man. Well, that's a thing that happened. I'm not sure how to feel about that, and that might have just cost us the game is Chet's mental mistakes. And then Franz Wagner gets the N1. That's game. We just lost because of Chet Holmgren. Oof, is that going to be your legacy, Chet? Is that you're so tall that you throw the ball off the side of the backboard when your team needs a bucket? Because this is it. This is game. I'm going to try to get a little easy point. Wow, Josh Giddey just misses the gimme. Yeah, we lost because of Chet Holmgren being too tall. Think about it. Checkmate, snowflakes. Well, there it is. Karl Towns is on the Kings, and the Kings win an NBA Finals. Anthony Black wins NBA Finals MVP. I know those words are blasphemy. Wow. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are retiring simultaneously. Staff retirements. Michael, don't call him Mike Malone, is gone. All right. Hall of Fame inductees Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving get their jersey retired. Kevin Durant is. Kyrie Irving, not. Not so much. Wow. I still can't believe Chet threw the ball off the back of the backboard to lose the game, and then Franz Wagner draws an and one. That's a wild way to lose. That's how I would lose in my franchise mode. Here we are. Player progression. Chet's up to a 92. Shay's up to a 93. Josh Giddey's holding steady at a 93. Yeah, it looks like everybody's starting to hold steady. Michael Norberg, former number 2 overall pick, looks like he's developing well. Okay, wasn't expecting that. But the core is still together. The core is still here. Maybe they would have won if I didn't hop in. But hey, we needed to see Chet lose the finals. And let's make sure that everybody gets their untapped potentials. Just trying to get a little more interesting. Because you look at the overalls. Now I keep harping on this. Like the highest overalls, 296s. That's not fun. I want a couple of 99s going. You know what I mean? Need to have a little bit of a excitement in my life. Preseason power rankings, the Thunder are first for 2K Sports and first for Eric Boner as well. Yo, Chet Holmgren wins an MVP, 21, 12, and 4. 48% from the field, 85% from the free throw line, and 41% from the 3-point line. Honestly, those numbers aren't all that different from what he normally produces. I don't think that's MVP numbers, honestly. Eldon Kennedy is Rookie of the Year. Thomas Page, 6th Man of the Year. Chet Holmgren, Defense Player of the Year. Connor Stevens is Most Improved. Mark Dagnall, yet again, Coach of the Year. And Zach Staples is Executive of the Year. Okay, Chet All-NBA First Team and Defense. So I bet you Chet wins because his defensive numbers are so impressive. Because his offensive numbers, I mean, they're good, but they're not world beater. You know, Josh Giddey is scoring more points than him. Shay's out again with the torn ACL, gone for the season. And this Dunleavy's out as well. Well, Chet's playing all 82 games. That's really impressive. 12 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 1.3 steals, 2.2 blocks. Yeah, he's leading the league and leading the team in steals and blocks. 48%. Yeah, we already saw this. If you look at the league leader in scoring, he's not up here. He's down. Are you down? 21 points per game at 28th. Rebounds is Fabrizio Pena. Chet at 3, and assist is Luka Doncic on the Spurs. Steals is Ben Simmons. Blocks is Jaren Jackson Jr., where Chet is 3rd. Field goal percentages is Jalen Duren. 3-point champion Jordan Castro shot 53%. Does my guy have a 99 overall 3? No, he's injured. Well, there you go. And free throw champion is Emmanuel Quickly. Here are the Thunder yet again in the playoffs, taking on the 8-seeded Lakers. Probably going to dominate them. I don't even need to look. Taking on the Blazers, dominate them as well. Okay, went to Game 7, but here, the defending champion Kings, Anthony Black, Dariq Whitehead, Grant Williams, and Karl Towns. That's a good team. I can see why they won the championship last year. I certainly expect MVP Chet to pull through. And there you go, 4-0. Chet Holmgren does win Western Conference Finals MVP. Chet has arrived, 28 points, 13 rebounds, 5.7 assists. This is Chet Holmgren versus Victor Wembanyama. Of course, Stephen Dunleavy's here, and Chet's like the 3rd highest rated player on the team. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is gone, so Chet needs to be the best number 3 option he's ever been, as they're up 2-1, 2-2, tied up. Now they're down 3-2 against the New York Knickerbockers. Josh Giddey made his injury, that's why. Yeah, this would have been Chet Holmgren's moment to shine. The 2 superstars are gone, and Chet needs to step up, and it looks like he's going to come up just a little bit short against Victor Wembanyama, the true unicorn, as the Knicks win NBA Finals. Eric May, NBA Finals MVP. What did Josh Giddey go down with? Broken finger? Bro, you got to play through that. I don't care how broken your finger is. You got to play through that in the finals, period. Anthony Davis retires, so does Marcus Smart. Staff retirements, Coach Bud, Dwayne Casey, Pablo Prioni. Yep, Hall of Fame inductees, AD, and Joel Embiid. I didn't see that. Good to see, though. Player progression. I'm still hoping for Chet to go to another team. It was a really unimpressive finals performance, even though, you know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was gone for the season. And Josh Giddey broke his freaking pinky, so he can't play basketball. Question mark. But I was really hoping Chet would step up there. This looks like it's starting to become his team. And it's not. Let's see how long Shai's going to be gone for. And it looks like Josh Giddey is gone as well. So they kept the two centers together, but they got rid of the point guard. And they got rid of the backup point guard too. Where's that guy who was like an 86 overall? 2K weird, man. 2K is funny with their roster decisions, but hey, that's why we're not the GM. We're just a passive observer. For the preseason power rankings, the Oklahoma City Thunder defensive Western Conference champions are third yet again for Eric Boner. Well, damn, now Steven Dunleavy wins MVP. 20, 12, and 7. Taylor Erickson, Rookie of the Year. Benjamin Simmons, Sixth Man of the Year on the Grizzlies, it looks like. Chet Holmgren, still Defense Player of the Year. Had an incredible season, 25 and 12, but he didn't win MVP. Clay O'Neal, Most Improved. Mark Dagnall, Coach of the Year. At this point, he's like Phil Jackson. He just benefits from everybody being good on the team. It feels like. Zachary Staples wins Executive of the Year. All-NBA First Team, Chet does make it, but he bruised his hip. Out 2 to 4 weeks. All defensive first team, obviously, because he's Defensive Player of the Year. Thunder good yet again, 63 and 19 player stats. Led in scoring by Chet by 0.2 points over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Interesting. Rebounds, Stephen Dunleavy took over assists, steals, blocks. Yeah, 51% from the field, 44% from the three, 81% from the free throw line. Played 79 games, but now he's going to miss the most important games. That is the playoffs. League leader in scoring went to Anthony Black. Chet Holmgren. Wow, Josh Giddey went to the Pistons. Isn't Cade Cunningham there? No, Cade's on the Heat. Weird. Chet is 7th. Rebounds is Fabrizio Pena. He's like Andre Drummond out here. This dude always leads the leagues in rebounds. Chet is 3rd. MVP Stephen Dunleavy is 2nd. Assist is Ja Morant on the Celtics. Steals is LaMelo Ball. Blocks is Jaren Jackson Jr. And field goal percentages is Jalen Duren. 3-point champion is Jordan Castro, and free throw champion is Darius Garland. Here, the Thunder in the playoffs yet again, the #1 seed, best team in the NBA. Not even going to watch until the Western Conference Finals as they go down 2-1 but win in 4-2 fashion. Now to take on Scoot Henderson, DeJounte Murray, Josh Primo, Miles Turner. Yeah, they're an okay team. The OKC Thunder still have, I guess, what, 390 overall, so I expect them to be a very dominant force. Stephen Dunleavy is now the alpha on the team, taking on the 76ers. Connor Stevens, Tyrese Maxey, Victor Wembanyama, playing power forward. Fabrizio Pena, the starting center. Yo, Victor versus Chet. Round 2. Does Chet get revenge? Let's check out these box scores. Shai is 37-11. Chet's only putting up 15 and 10. That's a little disappointing. But Victor, 14, 8, and 7. Also a disappointing. Yeah, this is just 4-0 sweep. The Thunder dominate. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins NBA Finals MVP. Clint Capella, Bobby Portis, Kyle Kuzma. It just feels like Chet hasn't taken over the team. And that's the one thing I've been disappointed about through this whole process, is I was hoping Chet was going to be that dog, that dude that says, yo, move over, bitch. This is my team. And he's just been kind of like, all right, I'm happy to go along for the ride. He's been, the Chris Bosh, the Kevin Love, it feels like, not the LeBron James and LeBron James. Let's skip through player progression. Stephen Dunleavy is now the #1 rated player on the team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has hit the age of regression. Chet Holmgren holding steady at a 92. He hasn't gotten any better, hasn't gotten any worse. He's just been 92, 93 overall, and that is it. A little disappointing, and I've been bumping that untapped potential every single season, but no changes. Preseason power rankings, they are first for 2K Sports, and Eric Boner has the Oklahoma City Thunder first as well. Will that result in a championship? Will that result in somebody being higher than a 96 overall? I don't know. I mean, just look at this, man. The highest rated players in 96 and then 95s. Come on. Come on, 2K. Make Fabrizio Pena a god. Make somebody a god. I want to see Michael Jordan 2.0. Jeffrey Jordan. Bob Jordan. Tony Abdul-Jabbar. Give me somebody. Chet Holmgren wins another MVP, 24, 13, and 4. 2.3 blocks. Again, I think these stats aren't MVP numbers offensively, but I think the defensive numbers are what puts him over the top. Corey Bowen, Rookie of the Year. Connor Stevens, Sixth Man of the Year. Chet Holmgren, yet again, Defensive Player of the Year. Mitch Torres, Most Improved. Mark Dagnall, yet again, Coach of the Year as we win Executive of the Year. Chet's obviously on the All-NBA first team and on the All-Defensive first teams. It looks like Chet has arrived. 65-17 for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Scoring for the team went to Chet. Shea's down to 20. Stephen Dunleavy hasn't quite hit that peak that Chet has, I suppose, statistically. Rebounds, 0.1 behind. Stephen Dunleavy assists. You see steals. I don't know who this D Manning is, but blocks, 2.3 a game for Chet Holmgren. 48% from the field, 41% from the three-point line, and 83% from the free throw line. Played all 81 games. So despite missing his first year, if we can look at his statistics, seems like he's been pretty regular at playing almost every single game. Where his games played, 81, 79, 81, 72. This year he had 67, but then the rest have been good. So and 40 this year. He basically missed 2 seasons total in his career for injuries, which ain't bad for a guy who's a unicorn. Points per game went to Eric May, yet again, 29.7. Where does Chet fall? 8th. Rebounds is Fabricio Pena, Stephen Dunleavy 2, Chet Holmgren 3, and assist is Lonzo Ball. Steals is Lonzo Ball. Blocks is Chet Holmgren, and figure percentages is Jalen Duren. 3-point champion is Devin Booker. Free throw champion is Darius Garland. But here are the Thunder yet again taking on the Utah Jazz. Why is there no color in their logo? I don't know, but they go to 6, still win, up 4-1 now, taking on the Golden State Warriors. Do they still have Zion? They have Jonathan Kuminga. Yeah, this team's going to get spanked. And now Stephen Dunleavy winning Western Conference Finals MVP. It's going to be Cavaliers versus Thunder. Evan Mobley versus Chet Holmgren. This is the matchup you came to see as they win game 1, win game 2. Does Chet Holmgren win his first NBA Finals MVP as he's up 3-1, 4-1, and Stephen freaking Dunleavy steals it. He puts up 19 and 13. Come on. That's fair. That's fair. Zach LaVine retiring. That's fair. Jarrett Jack was an assistant head coach. Okay. Interestingly, at least as recent as last season, Jarrett Jack is still trying to fight for a roster spot. He was on the G League Ignite with Jalen Green and Jonathan Kuminga. Y'all remember that. So Chet Holmgren, it seems like he just can't get that NBA Finals. He's getting a little of the Steph Curry treatment where he's like the greatest co-player ever. As Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is gone as well. So now it's just the two bigs kind of fighting each other. Who'd have thunk that the two bigs would be the only players left of the OKC Big Four? But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Preseason, power rankings, defending NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder are first for 2K Sports, first for Eric Boner as well. Luka Doncic wins MVP 23-8-8 at age 34. And he's on the Hawks. There's so many things to take in here. Scott Simon with 1 T in his name is Rookie of the Year, 12-9. Kind of chubby for a Rookie of the Year. Brad Atkins, 6th Man of the Year. Chet Holmgren, Defensive Player of the Year. Yet again, stats are down to 20 and 11. Lowell Tate is Most Improved. Steve Nash is Coach of the Year. You wish. And Austin Newsome is new, son. Chet Holmgren still on the All-NBA first team, and obviously the All-Defensive first team. But the Thunder did not produce as well now that they don't have a point guard. That'll happen when you're rocking a double big lineup only game. Why didn't you re-sign either Josh Giddey or Shea? Trying to rhyme accidentally. Yeah, the points are definitely down for this team. Rebounds are up, I guess. Chet Holmgren had a solid season, 20 and 12, basically. 2 blocks per game, only 0.9 steals, 47% from the field, 38% from the three-point line. That's a career low since he hit his prime. Is what's his face regressing? Is Chet Holmgren not as good as he used to be? Taking on the Lakers, Ja Morant, 95 overall, Randy Bledsoe, Anthony Black, Johnny Temple, and Walker Kessler. Interesting. I could see them losing, but they do, in fact, 4-1 now to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Alonzo Ball, James Bouknight, Anthony Edwards, Karl Towns obviously gone, but Taylor Erickson looks to be pretty good. This will be another competitive matchup. I don't trust the Thunder anymore since they don't have a point guard. I know they're still the 2 seed, but they lost their studs. And Chet has yet to show that he's an NBA Finals MVP. Now to take on the Nuggets. Yeah, this one's probably a sweep. There you go. Chet Holmgren wins Western Conference Finals MVP, and here they are taking on the Thunder, the Bulls. Sorry, Corey Bowen, Cade Cunningham, Dariq Whitehead, David Roddy, Jalen Duren. This will be interesting. Is it the wing players or is it the centers that are more important in 2K simulation? It's the wing players. Oral swept. Jalen Duren wins NBA Finals MVP though. That's pretty embarrassing if you're a Chet Holmgren. Yeah, that sucks. Tom Thibodeau retires. Again, like every time it feels like as Giannis retires from injury. Damn, right? Lower leg stress fracture. Going into the Hall of Fame along with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons made the Hall of Fame? No. Say it ain't so. Jersey retirements for Giannis. It seems like every single season that it's time for Chet Holmgren to step up, to show out, he either gets hurt or he gets embarrassed. Like we went up against Victor Wembanyama twice and lost, I think, right? And then he wins a couple like go along for the ride championships and then he gets injured. It's like Chet Holmgren hasn't had a disappointing career, I'll say, but it's the finals have been disappointing and he's still yet to win an NBA Finals MVP. But let's go on to the next season, the 2033 season, still rocking the double big lineup. The Thunder are second in 2K Sports. Yeah, still yet to get a real legitimate point guard, and second for Eric Boner. Stephen Dunleavy has taken over this team as MVP of the regular season, 24, 14, and 7. Trace Robbins is Rookie of the Year. Sixth man is Nikola Jokic. That hurts to see. Chet Holmgren, yet again, Defensive Player of the Year. Lee Richardson, Most Improved. Steve Nash, yet again, Coach of the Year. And Austin Newsome is new, son. All-NBA First Team, Chet and Stephen Dunleavy still make it. And, of course, Chet on that all-defensive first team. The Thunder are very good, yet again, 58 and 24. They're just not world beaters anymore since they still don't have any players other than two bigs. Wesley Weber looks to be okay, rocking the flat top, but he's only an 81 overall at 30 years old. Ooh, baby. Chet, 20 points per game. Stephen Dunleavy a little more at 20.4. Rebounds. I mean, Chet is just getting beat. That's all it is. This guy is better than 48% from the field, 41% from the three-point line, and 86% free throw shooters. Looking at the league stats, scoring is LaMelo Ball at 32 years old. Where is our boy Chet? He is down here somewhere. Down here somewhere. It was 19 points per game, right? 28th. 13.4 rebounds per game, though, has him second to Stephen Dunleavy. And assist is LaMelo Ball. Steals is Lonzo Ball. Blocks is Jalen Duren. Field goal percentages is Jalen Duren. 3-point champion is Kristofi Servin. God. And free throw champion is Tyrese Maxey. Taking on the Phoenix Suns. They have Dyson Daniels and Scott Barnes is up to a 91. Probably going to win, but you never know. 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, and the Oklahoma City Thunder got 1-8'd. Yeah, y'all need to change your team up. Clearly, the double big lineup is not working as Cade Cunningham goes on to win NBA Finals MVP. A lot of notable names here. Jordan Poole retires. That's how far into the rebuild we have gotten. Jamal Mosley going out as the staff retiree. Something needs to change for Chet. He hasn't won an NBA Finals yet. What are you gonna do? Place your bet. Yeah, it's been good, not great. Kind of for the same for everybody as Chet has reached the age of regression. They brought in Michael Norberg. No, they brought in Dale Manning on a 3-year, $45 million contract. And Stephen Dunleavy has reached the age of regression as well. Yeah, we are on the downside of the slope. So unless something changes, Chet, who's going to be an Oklahoma City Thunder lifer, this is going to be it. Defensive Player of the Year consistently, occasional MVP, and then losing in the playoffs or just coming up short. Going to be a little disappointing. Chet Holmgren wins another MVP, 22, 13, and 3.8, 1 steal, 1.6 blocks, 48 from the field, 88 from the free throw line, and 45 from the three-point line. He was regressing the last few seasons, so it's good to see him bounce back, win an MVP, 92 overall. Preston Staley, Rookie of the Year for the Pistons. Tyrese Proctor, Sixth Man of the Year. Chet Holmgren, again, Defensive Player of the Year. Daryl Bellamy, Most Improved. Mark Dagnall, Coach of the Year. And we are Executive of the Year. Yet again, Chet on the All-NBA First Team and All-Defensive First Teams. Number 1 seed in the NBA, though not a really impressive record. You look at it, 59 and 23 ain't bad, but it's not, world-beating. Player stats, Chet took over. Stephen Dunleavy, I mean, he's regressing pretty fast, even though he's a year younger than Chet. Rebounds are the exact same. Assists, Steven Dunleavy's a really good facilitator for a big man, by the way. He's been averaging like 7 assists per game ever since ever since he got drafted. This dude's a glitch, man. Steals, blocks, of course. Chet Holmgren, only 1.6, 48% of the field. We already said that when we saw his MVP stats. League leader in scoring went to Lenny Paxson, yet again, only an 87 overall. Not a big fan of that. Chet Holmgren is, where are you, bro? 12th, 22 points per game. Our rebounds is Victor Wembanyama. Chet at 3. Fabricio Pena fell off dislocation of his elbow. Assist is Jaden Ivey. Steals is LaMelo Ball. Blocks is Nick Gray. And field goal percentages is Jalen Duren. 3-point champion is Lowell Tate. And free throw champion is Darius Garland. I'm a little disappointed in the 2K draft classes. They don't have anybody who doesn't shoot the 3 coming out of the draft. So Jalen Duren's always winning that championship. Not the championship, the field goal percentage championship. It's annoying, to say the least. As I talk through these finals, taking on the Cade Cunninghams, right? Yeah, Cade, Dariq Whitehead. The Oklahoma City Thunder are up 3-2, and maybe this will be the Chet Holmgren NBA Finals monkey off his back year. So let's go into the third quarter, back and forth game here in Chicago. They're trying to force a game 7. We are trying to close them out, and we have a huge lead. I'll hop in with like a minute left, and let's watch this championship ceremony. Maybe Chet Holmgren wins an NBA Finals MVP. Is he even in the game? He's not. I know that, you want to conserve stamina, but we should probably have the NBA Finals MVPs in the game to cheer them on, maybe? Say, hey, congratulations on winning everything. Wow, look how short Norberg is. Are you kidding me? I can't inbound the ball regularly anymore. Okay. Great celebration here. I still can't believe Chet threw the ball off the back of the backboard. I know that was like 20 minutes ago and 10 seasons ago. But man, look at that block. Chet flying in with the help defense. That was hugely disappointing. I can't imagine like that's how you lose a final. Like I'm good when Giannis had that crazy block, just because that's what Giannis does. Oh, I'm blocking every shot. Chet Holmgren getting 2 blocks of possession. 2 blocks a game, 2 blocks of possession, my friend. I'm there, block that. Oh, close. Let's go. Chet's gonna go coast to coast. We're gonna do 1 crossover here and spin to win. Throw it down, Chet Holmgren. Let's go. Yeah, Chet is a unicorn for sure. And that's going to do it. Now, does he win NBA Finals MVP? Maybe those 2 blocks put us over the top. Or does Steven Dunleavy steal the award yet again? Also 3 in the key. Hello. There you go. The Thunder are cheering. Everybody is jeering. The Chicago fans are leaving. That didn't rhyme. Yeah, I don't care. Chet Holmgren and Steven Dunleavy. I guess they're friends, They've stuck around for almost 10 seasons, so I would think there's a little competition. Wow, Chet had a closeout game, 31 points. But these two are best buds. Sure, it's not the most winning basketball, but it has resulted in an NBA championship yet again. Bench going crazy. Isaiah Jackson is on the team. Bulls fans in disbelief. And there is your NBA trophy. The case is off screen. Sorry, Adam Silver.
The whole organization, of course, this incredible team. This Larry O'Brien trophy, and I believe this suitcase are yours.
And I think I see Chet, even though you can't see his head because he's too tall. There it is. So Chet does not win NBA Finals MVP. Who's it going to go to? Who is it going to go to? Oh, it is going to Chet. Chet wins his NBA Finals MVP. Finally. Oh, that's good to see. This has been a monkey on his back. First Take has been calling for his head for almost 15 seasons, saying this man is not good enough to win an NBA Finals MVP. But that does it against the Bulls. Chet Holmgren, 31 points, 12 rebounds, 5 assists. And don't forget, we get 2 blocks of possession. Devin Booker retiring. Nikola Jokic, a lot of good names there. Eric Spoelstra retiring as well. Hall of Fame inductees, the Joker, Karl Towns, Trae Young, Devin Booker. jersey retirements for those boys as well. Yeah, definitely a good season. I didn't think Chet had it in him, but hey, he went out on top as a king. Now we're in year 2020, what is this, 2035, 2036, so I don't expect to see too much more championships. Of course, Chet is still good. He's just regressing now, 33 years old. That's what happens to anybody not named LeBron James, is you start to do not quite as well as the young guns, the Ja Morants, take over with their freak athleticisms and what not. Preseason power rankings, the Thunder, defending NBA champions, are second for 2K Sports and second for Eric Poner. Chet Holmgren wins another MVP, as this is Chet's league. We're all just living in it. Frederick McCoud is rookie of the year. I don't know, man. Jin Yang, sixth man of the year. Once again, defensive player of the year is Chet. Jin Yang, most improved. Mark Dagnall, coach of the year, as we win executive of the year yet again. Chet Holmgren on the all NBA first team, all defensive first team. Thunder are the best team in the league. You know what? We don't even need to do anything. Let's just simulate through this whole season. Quick, as they almost get 1-8'd, but then they go on to the finals, taking on the Celtics. Who's even on the Celtics these days? Darius Garland, Lenny Paxson, Kane. I think the Thunder are going to lose this. No, I'm wrong. I'm crazy. 2-1, 2-2, down 3-2. Yeah, wing players are more important than bigs in this game. So Chet Holmgren trying to take over. He loses yet again. So he kind of wins that one championship, and that's it. I saw Shai Gilgeous-Alexander retires. Going into the Hall of Fame, yes, sir. So is Jason Tatum. Jersey retirements, Tyrese Maxey, Shai, Jason Tatum on the Pelicans. I don't know about that. 8 seasons, though. That is a long time. Yeah, once again, Chet wins the one finals MVP, but that's it. You know, it just feels like he should be winning more. Player regression now. Stephen Dunleavy down to an 85. Chet Holmgren down to an 88. Even Michael Norberg is regressing. Yeah, this team is getting old, and they just don't seem to be putting the pieces together. They don't have 47 first-round picks in the next 3 drafts, and it's starting to show wear and tear on these guys. Wow. Power rankings for the preseason. The Thunder are 11th for Eric Boner and 2K Sports. Chet Holmgren wins MVP yet again, 21, 11, and 4, 2 blocks per game, 46, 87, 43 shooting. Luigi De Luca is rookie of the year. What a name, by the way. I would give him my vote. 84 overall, 19-year-old, nice. John Morant, 6th man of the year on the Lakers. Chet Holmgren, defensive player of the year. Terrence Mack, most improved. Mark Dagnall, coach of the year. And Jordan Hobson is bald. All NBA first team, Chet does make it. And the defensive first team, Chet does make it yet again. Thunder are 56 and 26. Player stats, probably not impressive anymore. Chet Holmgren, though, still scoring leader on the team. 21 points, 11 rebounds. Stephen Dunleavy, 12 rebounds, leading that. 4.1 assists. Yeah, we looked at the stats. We saw the stats already. League leader in scoring is some guy named Howell. All right, Josh Giddey is still in the league. Interesting. 24 points per game for him. So how far is Chet? He's 15th in scoring, and then rebounds, he is 7th. So not leading the league. Stephen Dunleavy is still leading the league in rebounds. I'm imagining what Chet Holmgren's career stats would be if Stephen Dunleavy never existed. Kind of sad. Assist is Connor Stevens, 4 assists up on the next best team. Wow. Next best player, Perry Watkins. Steals is LaMelo Ball. Blocks is Javon Glover. And field goal percentages is Mark Williams. 3-point champion is Bryant Nash, or Nash Bryant. And free throw champion is Brandon Miller. Let's see if the OKC Thunder have what it takes to repeat, baby. They've been the 1 seed for like 20 years. It's ridiculous. Here they are yet again in the finals, taking on the 76ers. Is Victor Wembanyama still here? No, but Fabricio Pena is. I'm predicting a Thunder championship. No, they lose yet again. Nelson Lynch, 78 overall, wins NBA Finals MVP. And that's what I mean when I say Chet Holmgren has been disappointing. It's brutal, man. He should be doing so much better than what we actually see. Luka Doncic retired? Okay. Bam, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Halliburton, jersey retirements, Jaylen Brown, Bam, and Luka. That's, I don't know. I can't imagine Luka Doncic retiring. It seems like he's going to play basketball until he's 44 years old, like longer than LeBron would. Player regression, Chet down to an 86. And Stephen Dunleavy down to an 82. Michael Norberg still at an 83 overall. The Thunder probably aren't going to be the 1 seed this year if I had to take a bet. Place your bets for the Chets. Preseason power rankings, the Thunder are not on this list. 12th for 2K Sports and 12th for Eric Boner. Dexter West wins MVP, 25-10. Really good looking point guard out there in San Antonio. Allen Boyd, Rookie of the Year. Mitch Torres, Sixth Man of the Year. And Trace Robbins takes over as Defensive Player of the Year. Most improved is Eric Ray. Lewis Johnson, Good Looking Coach of the Year. And Andrew Truman is telling the truth, man. All-NBA first team, no Thunder. Chet does make the second team. And he does make the all-defensive first team as well. The Thunder, well, they fell off a little bit. Third in the NBA. Or in the Western Conference, 49-33, starting to come back down to earth. Doesn't mean they're not playing good. Just means they're not as good as they used to be. Chet Holmgren still 0.1 points ahead of the point guard as the leading scorer. Stephen Dunleavy went out with injury for a little bit. 9.8 rebounds, not great. 3.5 assists, 1.5 blocks, 44% from the field, 39% from three, 91% from the free throw line. 35 years old at this point. Scoring champion went to Terrence Mack. Rebounds is Trace Robbins. Where's Chet? He had like 7 rebounds a game, right? Yeah, 19th now in the rebounding leaderboards. And assist is Thomas Page. Steals is Dyson Daniels. Blocks is Eric Ray. And field goal percentages is Ruben Mayo. 3-point champion is Lenny Paxson. And free throw champion is Darius Garland. Still in the league. Good to see. But here are the Thunder. Do they make it out of the first round? 2-2, 3-2. And they do get 4-2'd. That is all she wrote. Pretty quick end to this playoff run. Cade Cunningham now on the Mavericks, and he wins another NBA championship. Player retirements: Zeke Naji, the Go Pokashevsky is gone. James Wiseman. Staff retirements: Billy Schmidt. What a piece of Schmidt, right? John Morant going to the Hall of Fame. Probably going to get his jersey retired by the Grizzlies as well. So yeah, just another season of regression. I don't expect the CPU to intelligently put a competent team around OKC Thunder Chet Holmgren words, but you never know. Chet's down to an 84. Who did they bring in? They brought in another center. Really? I guess he's been here, but they keep drafting. Like for the last 5 years, I've been begging them to take a center, and now all they take is centers in 2K. Oh man, that's a little funny. OKC Thunder with their trio of big men are now 16th for 2K Sports and 16th for Eric Boner as well. Eldon Kennedy wins MVP for the Cavs, 94 overall, former number 2 overall pick. Not a bad stat line, 37-10. Joseph Ramsey, Rookie of the Year. Mo Price, Sixth Man of the Year. Trace Robbins, yet again, Defensive Player of the Year. Most improved is Karen Henderson, the man named Karis. Lucas, also known as Lucas, is Coach of the Year, and Andrew Truman is telling the truth. Man, Thunder, no Thunder, no Thunder, no Thunder. Thunder, no Thunder. Chet does make the All-NBA second team, 36 years old though. And the Thunder are once again the 3 seed, just not doing great. Again, having 3 centers now on your team is not great. And Chet is down to the second highest leading scorer on the team. First in rebounds, assists. He's actually third. There you go. 1.3 blocks, 0.9 steals, 40% from the field, 36% from the 3-point line, and 89% from the free throw line. Yeah, we're at the downslope. If they make it to the Western Conference Finals, maybe I'll tune in, but it looks like they get eliminated by the Jazz, and it's going to be Paul Person winning Western Conference Finals MVP. Evan Mobley, still in the league, 89 overall, wins NBA Finals MVP. All right, Josh Giddey, mate. Chet Holmgren's old teammate is retiring. Jaden Ivey of the same draft class. Jalen Duren. Yeah, we need to be on watch for Chet Holmgren retiring. Does he say he's going to retire? I don't think so, right? He's got another year in him, right? Yeah, he wants a contract extension. I don't know about that. This might be where he starts to go off and join some random miscellaneous team. Maybe win, maybe not. Josh Giddey, mate, of course, going into the Hall of Fame. Darius Garland, Scotty Barnes, Anthony Black, and Jalen Green. Jersey retirements: Josh Giddey, Darius Garland, and Josh Giddey twice. Pretty impressive if you're Josh Giddey, mate. So I wonder, first of all, if Chet even comes back to the Thunder. I wouldn't, because they keep drafting centers, and then I wonder if that happens, what team he ends up on. But he does come back for another season, down to an 80 overall. That's interesting. This might be the last year of Chet Holmgren, and I don't think it's going to be a very memorable one. He's just old, and the team isn't good, and they continue to fail to put around significant talent on this team around him. Preseason power rankings, the Thunder are 17th and 17th. Eldon Kennedy, another MVP, 32, 7, and 9. Terry Richmond, Rookie of the Year. AJ Hammond, 6th Man of the Year. Look at that sleeve. Is he a... Yep, he's the other center. Ruben Mayo is Defensive Player of the Year. AJ Hammond's Most Improved. Lucas, also known as Lucas, wins Coach of the Year. And Joshua Burgess is Old. All-NBA First Team, no Chet, and no Chet. Chet is just completely off of the NBA radar as the Thunder... They made it to the play-in tournament. Okay, they're the 17. I got you. I got it now. Looking at the stats, not great. 20 points per game for this guy named Alan Boyd. Chet Holmgren is 3rd. Now, playing all 82 games again, though. Very impressive. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.2 blocks. 39% from the field isn't impressive. 32% from the three-point line is really bad. But 90% from the free throw line is respectable. Taking on the Memphis Grizzlies yet again. And that is a 4-1 round 1 elimination. Goodbye, Chet. So long. We hardly knew ye. Going on to the finals, Clippers versus Magic. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say if this was 2005. Kenny Cross wins NBA Finals MVP. Player retirements, LaMelo, Franz, Paulo Banchero, and there is our boy Chet Holmgren, in fact, retiring at the age of 38. His 17th season in the league. It's time for him to hang up the cleats, and I can respect that decision. Former number 2 overall pick had a really down year. And you know what? After 18 years in the league, it's time to hang it up. Let's look at his overall statistics. So his highest scoring season was 25. It'd be really cool if I could sort this, but I can't. Yeah, he had a couple like really dominant years here, 25, 24. And then it really his Defensive Player of the Year candidacy was holding him up higher because he was putting up 21 and 12 numbers, but still winning MVPs. I didn't understand that, but I totally understand his defensive win shares was definitely serviceable. Assisting, not great, 3 to 4 per game. Steals, I definitely thought he'd have more blocks. 2.3 was his career high, but he averaged 1.9, so a tick under 2. I think he's more comparable to Miles Turner in that department. Field goal percentages has always been iffy. He is a big man, but he's more of a perimeter player. 3-point percentages, had some really nice years here. Over 40%, 44% this season. Free throws was respectable. And then games played, he obviously he missed his first season. And then what was it? He played 40 games in his second year. I'm not sure what happened there. And then solid 80, 70, 80, 67, then 80, 70, 80. He's been relatively healthy for the remainder of his career. So injuries were not a concern as I thought they were going to be. For 36, we don't care. Split stats, don't care. Attributes, grades, skill graphs, tendencies, none of these matter. Badges, I mean, whatever. But this is the most important screen, the award history. So we won 5 MVPs, but I think a lot of that was held up by those 9 Defensive Player of the Year awards. And Chet Holmgren is going to go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest defenders in the NBA. And can you even call him a big man? Because he played the majority of his career at the power forward position, got teamed up alongside Stephen Dunleavy relatively early, and he was playing on the wing for a whole lot and still winning Defensive Player of the Year candidacies and awards. So I don't know how you want to rate this, but he might be the best. He may be better than Rodman. But 5 MVPs after the 2030 season is when he took over the league. 6-time NBA champion, but remember, only 1 NBA Finals MVP. A little bit disappointing. Did complete the three-peat there. 25, 26, and 27 was Shea and Josh Giddey. And then I think Shea was around for the 2031, 2032. And then 2035, if my memory serves me, was when he won the NBA Finals MVP. And it felt like that was the final moment of his career that we were all waiting for. 12-time All-Star, really impressive. 9 first-team All-NBAs, 2 All-Team Second NBAs. Just a really impressive career. Again, not as great as you'd hope it would be, but certainly good nonetheless. This David Guerrero guy took over the team. Holy crap. Eldon Kennedy was also really good. So 49 points was his career high. A little underwhelming, certainly. 10 3-pointers in a game, though. That'll work. Free throws, rebounds, assists, steals. He had 7 blocks in a game. I can imagine that. Yeah. All in all, a very serviceable career. But let's go ahead and look at the player retirements, staff retirements. We don't care anymore. And Hall of Fame inductees. There is Chet Holmgren, going along with his peers. So did he have a better career than Paolo Banchero or Steven Dunleavy? We'll ignore LaMelo Ball and Eric May. No offense, Eric May turned out to be a stud, even though he never got a really high overall. So points per game versus Paolo, slightly less, 21.6 to 19.2. And Steven Dunleavy, he did beat at 16.4. Rebounds, led everybody. Paolo only had 10. Steven had 10.7. Assisting, though, facilitation numbers, Chet Holmgren was nowhere near the facilitator that these two were. Steals, tied as good. Blocks, definitely better. 5-time MVP, 12-time All-Star, one up on those guys, one behind LaMelo Ball. 9-time Defensive Player of the Year, 6-time champion, and 1-time NBA Finals MVP, something that Paolo Banchero did not have. So I gotta say, if you're the Orlando Magic or a Paolo Banchero fan, you look at these 6 championships and 1 Finals MVP, you gotta say, Chet had a very impressive performance. 9-time All-NBA first team, 2-time All-NBA second team, 11-time Defensive First Team Player of the Year, 3-time Defensive Second Team. I wish they would show the Finals record though, because I think Chet was like 6-5. He had a lot of losses. Can we actually look at that? Let's look at the league history. MVP, no. So how many times did the Thunder lose? So he won 6. So he's 6-1, 6-2, win, 6-3, 6-4. Yeah, so he actually went to 10 championships, only won 6 and only won 1 NBA Finals MVP. But that's one heck of a season, one heck of a career. Are there any notable records that he's going to be in? So I guess NBA records. Yeah, he's not going to make any of these lists. Wilt Chamberlain, field goals made, 3-pointers made, free throws made, rebounds. Look at Bill Russell being a monster. What, this is in a game? 55 rebounds in a game? What? That is never going to happen again. Assists 30 from Scott Skiles. Never heard of you. Guy Rogers. Blocks only got up to 7. Steals, definitely not. Minutes, no. Turnovers. Jason Kidd leading the league. John Drew second. James Harden, though, like a boss. All right, how about in the season? Total points, clearly not what our guy Chet does. But how about in rebounds? Dana Guerrero, a monster from the 3-point line. Free throws, no Chet. Rebounds, damn, I really thought Chet might crack this. The Wilt and Bill Russell stats, but no. Assists, obviously not. Blocks, still no. Like, he was a good blocker, but not great. Little disappointing there. Points per game, nothing. Field goal percentages. I kind of don't like this list. I prefer seeing the full stats for like 20 places. Where were we? I'm futzing about. Okay, here we go. Career statistics. Let's look at total points. Where does Chet fall? And here's our boy, 42nd with 26,000 points, 501. You know, that was the last number that I skipped over. I know. Field goals made, 48th at 9,366, along the likes of Damian Lillard, Vince Carter, Jabari Smith right ahead of him, Moses Malone, Evan Mobley a tick ahead of him. 3-pointers made, he's definitely not going to be on this list. Oh, he is 18th at 4,195. Free throws made, he's definitely not going to be on this list. Definitely not here. But a little funny, Lou Will and Lewis Will. I think this is a typo. I think that's a glitch. Rebounds, he might be on this list. Wilt Chamberlain obviously leading the way with Bill Russell right behind him. Evan Mobley, 7th. That's pretty impressive. And Chet is 8th, 15,462. Not going to be on the assist list. Maybe on the blocks list from consistency, 2 per season for his whole career. At 2,578 puts him top 10. Steals not going to be there. Minutes, I mean, we can look, but it's probably not going to happen. You go 40th at 43,966. Turnovers? Nah, he didn't have the ball that much. Points per game, no. Field goal percentage, no. 3-point percentage, no. Free throws, rebounds, assists. Yeah, per game stats wasn't all that much. How about games played? He might be on this list, and he might be on the foul list too. You know, bigs get fouls pretty often. Franz Wagner on this list. Games played, here's Chet, 37th at 1,382. And now the big question, did he make the all NBA fouls list? The GOAT, 31st, 3,786. Now, how many 40-point per game games did he have? Because his career high was 49. So I can't imagine he'd have more than maybe 5, possibly 10. Not that he couldn't score this much, or not that he's not a scorer, but he just never produced the way you kind of hoped that he would. Victor Wembanyama had 22. Pretty impressive there. Yeah, it doesn't look like our boy Chet is on the all-time 40-point per games list. Obviously didn't make any 50s. Triple doubles, I don't expect to see it. So that is going to do it for the Chet Holmgren career simulation. All in all, a very impressive career. Has those 6 rings and that 1 NBA Finals MVP. I would have liked to seen a little bit more. It seems like he was the world's greatest second, third option on a championship team, but that will do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.